Hey everybody, happy Friday. So this week we have been looking at some of the Beatitudes, and today I just want to kind of sum up the rest of the Beatitudes before heading into the sermon on Sunday. I thought what might be a good idea for your supper devo tonight was to read through this list of Beatitudes and just talk about how you might be able to put some into practice. And so I'm going to be reading from Matthew chapter 5 verses 6 through 10. And actually we might leave verse 10 because that's going to bleed into the sermon. So let's read verses 6 through 9 today. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. And blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called sons of God. Now, just to give you some idea here, those who hunger and thirst for righteousness are those who are wanting God, those who are desiring God. Remember earlier in the week we talked about blessed are those who mourn, and blessed are those who are meek, blessed are those who are poor in the spirit. And that idea of I need something, and so I hunger and I thirst for God to give it to me. It says blessed are the merciful. Those are the ones that when they are able to judge, they don't judge. When they are able to hurt, they don't hurt. When they are able to show mercy, which is undeserved favor, it's withholding the pain that someone deserves and giving them good instead. Okay? When someone shows mercy and they're merciful, then God is merciful with them. It's the same concept that Jesus finishes in Matthew chapter 6 after the believer's prayer, or the disciples' prayer, when he says at the end of it, and he teaches them how to pray, he says, blessed are you when you forgive people, for you shall be forgiven. Jesus hangs it. If we want to be forgiven, then we have to be able to forgive. If we can't forgive, the forgiveness is difficult to come by for us. And so we want to make sure that we're merciful so that we may be shown mercy. The next one talks about being pure in heart. Being pure in heart is one of the hardest things in the world, but it's an exchange. Like in Isaiah chapter 40, where it says, those who call upon the Lord will renew their strength. What the prophet Isaiah is talking about there is we need to exchange our hurt and our pain for God's strength. Well, here we're exchanging the depths and depravity of our heart for the purity of the heart of Christ that lives in us. And if we're pure in heart, we get to see God. It's one of those big passages in the New Testament that talks about the importance of us being made clean by Jesus. And finally, blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called sons of God. Why sons of God? Because God is a peacemaker. He's not a peacekeeper. One thing I always like to say about this is peacekeepers hold guns. They are the ones who keep the peace. God calls us to be peacemakers. He means that when we find two opposing parties, we seek to reconcile them. We seek to stand in the middle. And if necessary, we seek to take some of the pain from that hurtful relationship and met it out and divvy it out so that it doesn't hurt any longer. Isn't that what Christ did for us? Isn't that what God did for us? We were at enmity with Him. We were against Him. We had sinned against Him. And all of a sudden, here comes Jesus. And Jesus, He makes it possible for us and God to be one again. Jesus, that atonement for sins that we need so desperately. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the sons of God. You can share some of this with your family tonight. You can talk about the different aspects of these things. You can ask questions like, how do you think you hunger for God? What are some ways that the world hungers for God? Yeah, you might be able to use the elbow questions, and how do others feel about this? And sometimes we get the truth of a person telling us what they think while they're deflecting upon someone else. I pray that today's a good one. We look forward to seeing you on Sunday morning for our services at 8:55 is when we begin. And make sure and check out our Facebook page and our Instagram and all the other things that we're doing during the week. We would love to see you posting on there and talking. Don't forget our life groups. Our life groups are very important to us online right now, and will continue to be for quite some time. I think we found a home online. Some will go back to person. Some will stay online probably, but you can join us online anytime you like. All you have to do is let me know at my email address, msaskew74@gmail.com, or you can just email Liza at office@bccchurch.com. We would love to see you there. All right, guys, y'all have a blessed day. Have a good day going into the weekend. Love you just the way you are. And God, man, He loves you so much, He gave His Son for you. Have a good day.